when my father died, I remember he was getting well. Then I went to the hospital one night and he was dead and cold. His feet were very cold. So I touched his feet and he was very peaceful and dead and not looked like the handsome Pathan he was. It's very thin. And I had never driven a car. I was 15 and I remember my mom and me sat in the car to get back home. Our driver, who had waited all night, couldn't wait any longer, had left the car abandoned in front of the main road. And I sat in the car and drove back. And I do remember my mother, when we reached home, she said, "Tumhane gaadi chalana kaise seekha?" And I said, "Kab seekha?" And I said, "Just now." And I was driving a car. I came home. My sister was in Lady Shriram College. And we didn't tell her that our father has passed away. So I went, I got her, and I remember this. And because I'm a soul-selling commercial actor, one day I will use this in a film also, shamelessly. But 99% of the things that I use so shamelessly in films is an experience which is very close to my heart. And somehow, life has taught me it's all right to show the innermost of my feelings in the commercial sense. Not to earn money, but just, it's okay. It's one life. So I will use this. I remember my sister standing in front of my father's Parthiv Sharir bolte na Hindi mein, dead body, and she just looked. She didn't cry. She didn't say anything. She just fell. And she hit her head on the ground. And for 2 years after that, she didn't cry. She didn't speak. She just kept looking in space. And it just changed her world. Mashallah, now she's better. She got some deficiencies. During the making of my film Dilwale Dulhaniya Le Jayenge, she again was hospitalized and they said she will not survive. I took her to Switzerland, got her treated there while I was shooting Tujhe Dekha To Ye Jana Sanam. And, but she hasn't ever recovered from the loss of her father, the suddenness of him passing away. And then it got compounded because my mother also expired 10 years later. So we are what in Muslims is called yatim and yasir, father and motherless. And when I see her, especially the time period from my father's death to my mother's death, she was highly qualified. She has done MA LLB, very intelligent, like my parents wanted her to be. But she could not face the reality of losing her parents. And I somehow developed this sense of detachment, this sense of false bravado, which I show in public, a sense of humor, and a lot of things that I do which people think is flamboyant and very Bollywood-like, to cover up this sadness affecting my life and me becoming like my sister. I love my sister how she is. She's a much better person than I can ever be. I think she's a child of God and very naive and innocent. My kids love her more than they love me and my wife. And I'm very glad she's a part of our lives like this. But I don't have the guts to be so simple, so hurt, so disturbed. So a part of me keeps on working round the clock, keeps on being happy in spite of things which are said about me, or make a joke about things that I do, but still keep doing them. Because if I did not do it, I think I would be in the same state of potassium deficiency and depression. So to avoid depression, I act. It's much larger than to earn money or be a big star or do endorsements or dance at weddings, which I joke about. And this is the God's honest truth. I think this is the most honest I've ever been in my life to anyone.